So I'm here with the amazing Tammy Pahel, Vice President of Spa and Wellness at the fabulous Carillon Miami Wellness Resort. Tammy, it is so great to see you. You look unbelievably incredible. Are you taking these treatments yourself, like every hour on the hour? Like, how is it that you look like this?
I wish I was doing it every hour on the hour, but unfortunately I'm not.
I mean, imagine if you have to work, right? Because you're running the spa.
Yes, unfortunately I have to.
But you look like you're just taking the treatments, not running the spa at all. So I'm going to find out what your secret is later. But in the meantime, I'm so thrilled to be here. It's been, I'm sure you agree, a challenging 7 months or so. And I just thought, where could I possibly go to rejuvenate and recharge and just find some newness in myself and be ready for the vaccine or whatever comes next. And I thought the Carillon Miami would be the absolute best. And you are just like the hostess with the mostest. You are the leader, the champion for wellness. I've known you for the longest time, and I know you've been doing this for a while. How long has it been?
30 years.
30 years. Did you start when you were 10? I mean, I can't believe.
I wish.
You've been in the wellness business for 30 years. And now you're at the helm of this phenomenal resort. And I'm just like really interested in knowing a little bit more, because I feel like the Carillon is still a little bit of a mystery. Like, I drive up and down here, up and down Collins Avenue, and I see the location. I've been here a few times. It's been nothing short of phenomenal. But I want to know, how long has this resort really been here?
Well, actually, Carillon was purchased and it opened December 2015. And to your point, it is a secret. Unfortunately, prior to us, the Carillon existing, most of the people thought this was a resort that was not open to the public. So people didn't realize they could come in and enjoy the thermal and the spa and meet the doctors. They thought it was a very closed community resident resort.
Beautiful. So you'd say that probably these are some of the misconceptions that people have. Because I feel like not only do people not necessarily know what this building is or what the experience is, what it means to actually visit and ingest what is the Carillon, but I feel like there are also some misconceptions. Some people feel that they do know what it is, but they have the wrong idea. Are you aware of some of these misconceptions? Is there anything that you could probably sort of clear up for us?
Well, I do think one of the biggest things is we've had a spa and beach membership for years. A lot of people don't know that even if you're not a spa goer, but you embrace fitness, we have 100 resident classes, 80 member and hotel guest classes a week. We have the doctors, plastic surgeon, integrative medicine, oriental medicine, and a variety of spa treatments from all over the world.
You have 24 spa treatments?
Yes.
And then I see here that you also have a sex therapist. Is that like full time or just by appointment only? I mean, that one really intrigues me.
Yeah. Believe me, all women that know you have a sex therapist on property, they want to talk to her first.
Well,
they run to talk to Dr. Pataki, but yes, she's been part of our team for about a year and a half. We also have Dr. Fleming. I think you met Dr. Fleming.
I did. Amazing.
She's
unbelievable.
An executive coach, but she really helps people in their lives pivot in their careers, change how they're looking at life, their family dynamics. She really addresses the whole person.
I love it. And I see you have an executive coach, life strategist, and of course you're doing the anti-aging, which is all the normal stuff, but it looks like you have so much more than the average spa. I mean, it's truly impressive. Obviously, we talked a little bit about the pandemic, and you've had some challenges just like everyone else. And a lot of properties make certain standard changes. There's social distancing, wearing a mask. Is there anything else that you've been doing that's been less obvious, that's kind of unique to the Carillon Miami?
Well, I would say that what we did is prior to the pandemic, we were looking at ways to ensure, the sanitization and the disinfection of our whole property. So we invested in electrostatic sprayers, which that's what hospitals use. So whether you stay in a hotel room or you visit our fitness center or you go to a treatment room, we have every morning at 5 a.m. we begin spraying the entire resort, and that solution lasts for 24 hours. So in other words, if you had COVID, let's just say you did, and you touched a table or you touched anything, everything that you're touching, that solution kills immediately the COVID virus. So you have nothing to be concerned about, whether you're in a treatment room with one-on-one with a therapist. Our therapists wear masks, they have aprons, estheticians wear masks, and they wear a face shield and an apron. So no matter whether you're checking in our hotel, as you saw when you walked in the lobby, even our hotel has the plastic dividers, we have them at the desk. No matter where you go, we're a wellness resort, so we're very focused on wellness and keeping people well.
Well, it's amazing that you say all of this, because I can tell you, like you alluded to, when I entered, I felt what I've always felt in the past, which is this unbelievable, second to none, like unparalleled service. But I also felt that sanitization. I felt like the air was clean, the surfaces were clean, everything was so pristine that, it's really a place that anytime I come, I've always just wanted to stay, never leave. I feel rejuvenated even before having treatments. I have to compliment you and the entire team on having been able to consistently maintain that level of service, but also take it to the next step to accommodate this current environment where we're dealing with this pandemic. So congratulations for that.
Well, we have a great team.
Yes, indeed you do, and everyone across the board. Because sometimes I visit certain places where maybe the front desk is great, but housekeeping not so much, or the VP is amazing, and then you meet someone else who's not quite, but every single person that I've encountered on this property has been just on point and just superior in their level of delivery and service and keeping everything pristine and clean. You can tell that they are conscious of the wellness spirit here. So.
And one thing I do want to say about our team too, we're about the only resort that ever permitted their team members to take fitness classes, to work out in our fitness facility, to listen to the lectures by the doctors. We are a very participative team, and we want to educate everybody. So when people walk in, everybody from the front desk, like you said, or food and beverage, or if you're talking to a housekeeper, that everybody knows what's happening on this property. And even to the local community, one of the big things we did during the pandemic was the Carillon conversations. So we took our doctors, put them out there, let people ask questions, like they picked a topic and then people could ask questions and answers, because it was a very stressful time for everyone. So Dr. Pataki, our sex therapist, she talked about, what was happening in the home now that everybody's in the home. We had Dr. Fleming talking about what a lot of people have lost their jobs, were unemployed. So what do you do now? So we had, and Dr. Jimmy Stern, which I think you've met Dr. Jimmy Stern, he's adorable. He talked about anti-aging, of what to do. By the way, he treats me. But he is amazing, and he has the best, bedside manner, and he makes people feel comfortable. So no matter what you're doing, anti-aging, you want to burn the belly fat off, we've got $1 million of lasers here by Venus. So if you want to do something off the hips or the butt or the inner thigh, we have Dr. Jimmy can address that.
Like I said, I'm never leaving. I'm going to do all of these treatments and then some. So if you're looking for me, you know where to find me. I love this. This is so incredible. And you're saying this, but again, as a visitor, I can attest to the fact that I'm actually experiencing that there is a very profound level of mindfulness and consciousness on the part of all the employees and team members, that you really feel like they're involved, that it's not just a job for them, Because sometimes I visit other locations where you'd ask someone a question, it's kind of like, I don't know, I just work there. You know that old joke? I just work here. But here, everyone is really involved and very passionate about what you offer. So really, again, congratulations for that. That's amazing. So you are by far a leader in this industry. This location is a leader. It's premier. It's on the cutting edge. What edge do you have over your competitors? Well, you say?
Well, we have many things that makes us a leader, but the one thing I did want to point out is we're 70,000 square feet. We're the largest East Coast wellness spa there is. There's the next largest wellness spa that you're going to go to would be Vegas, because nobody builds a 70,000 square foot wellness facility. So it's great for social distancing because it's so big. We've got the space. But you know, we have anywhere from the fitness to health and wellness to over 75 spa treatments and experiences. And recently we just added, due to COVID, our touchless wellness technology, which are 11 different amazing experiences that people can come if you've had anxiety about returning to get a massage. Of course, massage and touch will never go away, but the touchless wellness we've seen an increase in bookings up to 20% because people are looking for wellness but are a little concerned about the one-on-one. So with the touchless wellness, people can go in and experience wellness and have that wellness and walk away and feel good after it's all said and done. And they didn't have to go into a room. And of course, there are a lot of people who still come and get massages and facials and body treatments and do the touchless. So I think we've given people, we're ahead of the trends always here at the Carillon. And I think we give people an opportunity that under one roof, you can address anything that you have that concerns you.
I love it. And I was gonna ask you that, like what's new? And you talked about touchless wellness. And for me, that seems so innovative because I've never heard of that before. Obviously, touchless is one of those key words now post-COVID. Well, I don't want to say post-COVID, but during COVID, while we're dealing with the pandemic. And it's just incredible that you actually thought of that and you executed it as an experience that people can use to feel safe. Which, as I said, you really do feel that when you come here. I tried a few of the services this morning and I feel really brand new. I'm over the moon, just so excited about what's to come. Tell me more about
I did want to mention that, you know, it's funny how life is and how our industry, the spa industry, is evolving. So 2 years ago, I was in Paris speaking at the George Franck for the Hotel and Spa Forum, and I started noticing a lot of technology that I'd never seen before. And so I started embracing it and started learning and reading and researching. And then a dear friend of mine who resurfaced after many years, came from the medical industry, and he had a lot of contacts for the touchless wellness. We just started circling the wagons with all the partners, and the next thing you know, we have 11 different experiences here.
I love it. Incredible. And that's one of the things I have to say that's so incredible about you, that you're a doer. You execute. You make plans, but you connect, you collaborate, and you really do put things into motion in a very expeditious amount of time.
I'm just like you.
Yeah.
I'm just like you. We're definitely people that collect people in our lives and make those connections and continue to grow and evolve in ourselves, but also the industries we're at. You do the same thing.
Oh my goodness, you're so kind. And you know what? And that's what wellness is as well. The wellness is being able to utilize your environment and make it the best that you can be. I really, really appreciate that so very, very much. Now, speaking of ourselves, you know, like you, I like consistency. Sometimes you'll go to a location or spa, you'll have a spa experience, and one time it's good, but then you have a different therapist and it's not as good the next time, and it's just really inconsistent. What can guests expect here? For if they're like me, where they're looking for consistency and they want to be guaranteed that this is a place that is not just going to be keen on wellness and sanitization and all those buzzwords now, but then 3-4 months from now,
Right.
when people are not as conscious, they'll change their tone. Are you consistent, and how can you assure your guests that you are?
We do spend a tremendous amount of time. We have a spa massage manager who, that's what her job is, to everyone that we recruit and hire, the training process for just a therapist here, a massage therapist alone, she'll spend at least 14 days, not 14 days straight, but 14 days just onboarding someone. And then she has, when you consider how many massages, we probably have between massage and body treatments, 30. So that's a lot to train people. But what I will say that Lydia does is that she does that quarterly. We do the refreshers, like right now we're getting ready to open November 5th, the whole hotel. The spa's been open since July 10th. We did, before we opened, we reviewed all our protocols and got set to open. But now we're hiring and training new people. We've added probably 7 new people to our team. So she'll continue to do that ongoing training so that there is consistency. Whether you're getting a facial from Medallia or Kim, it's the same techniques and processes, and there's never surprise. You're always like, oh, this is what I booked, this is what I'm getting. So training is the real key, and consistency is a key for us, for sure.
And I love that because, again, prior to the pandemic, I felt that there was a lot of consistency here every single time I arrived here, from valet to the front desk, my elevator ride, the second lobby in the spa itself. Everyone, again, was mindful, aware, very loving, amiable. I mean, just consistently so. And now that I've come back that many months later, I've seen some new faces, but I felt the same kind of love and wellness
Right.
and care
Right.
that I felt with the prior individuals.
Right.
I mean, incredible. So I have to say that it was kind of a trick question. I know you're very consistent, but I had to ask
Yeah.
anyway.
And I'd like to mention too, one of the things back to mindfulness and the whole team. I've worked in 30 different places in my life in 30 years, right? Lots of places, lots of experiences. But Carillon was the first place that I actually arrived at that they did a mindful breath with all management. So every morning at 9:30, we gather together now on, of course, it's called Teams, but it's like a Zoom, and we start our day with a mindful breath. So I think that sort of sets the tone for a wellness facility. We're focused on wellness. We start our day together on wellness. So I think that really does make a difference.
You see it and you feel it. It's so, so true, because people like myself who are into yoga and meditation, we know when we're getting the bona fide experience or when it's just smoke and mirrors. And here it's been bona fide consistently all the way. I mean, I'm so thrilled. I can't wait to try more classes. I really just don't want to leave. I mean, this is addictive. If you're afraid of addictions, don't come here because you'll never want to leave. So where do you think the industry is headed?
I do think that the touchless wellness will continue to evolve in our industry. It's a whole new revenue stream. It was really, for us, it was an opportunity for us to create something new experiences about wellness that people could feel comfortable. I mean, the two things that people are suffering from through COVID is sleep. People have a hard time sleeping. And then the other one is a tremendous amount of anxiety wherever they go, afraid of COVID, right? So, we tried to create an environment, a wellness environment that creates experiences outside of that one-on-one. I do think that'll continue. Technology is huge. I mean, with some of them that you've seen and tried, a lot has to do with sound therapy, vibrational, color therapy, infrared, salt, all those things can create a tremendous amount of wellness in all of us, for sure.
Incredible. Like I said, I tried a few this morning and I am totally renewed and reborn. I mean, it's really hard to even convey the feeling. You have to try it yourself. It's
Yep.
like no other. It really, really is.
Right.
Are you prepared for the next 10 years of what's to come? Do we even know? Who knew that we would be here this time? But are you prepared? And how do you prepare for the unknowns?
Right. Well, I have to say, you know, going back 30 years, I can remember when there was probably 50 spas in the United States. Homestead, Greenbrier, La Costa. There was very little spas 30 years ago. One of my first, Nemacolin Woodlands, that the 84 Lumber family owns, there wasn't a lot. And so I think my past experiences have taught me to be very flexible, always keeping my eye on new trends, looking for the future, and what does that bring for the spa industry and the wellness industry. I think my past helps me to have a healthier and better future for our industry, for sure.
I love that. I just absolutely love it. I've had like the best time here at the Carillon Miami Wellness Resort with Tammy Pahel, Vice President of Spa and Wellness. I really hope you can come and join me. Like I said, if you're looking for me, you know where to find me. I'll be here at the Carillon Miami, continuing my rejuvenation process. Not that I need it, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's addictive. Hope to see you soon.